What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be rather short, but we're going to be doing a little bit of a fix on the Sport Track today that has been going on for a few months now, and I didn't notice it until I was going to Hayden's house one day. One day I was going over to Hayden's like I was saying, and I pulled in the driveway, and I was parked next to a car, and sure enough, I started hearing lifter tick. So, as most car people do when they first hear lifter tick, they check the oil, and mine was full. So, I was quite confused. But then I had researched old engines, they tend to do that. In case you guys didn't know, my truck has 233,000 miles and counting. It is due for a rebuild here in the near future. I'm currently saving up to do that, a full built motor kind of setup. But I wanted to go ahead and get it fixed for now. That way, it's not annoying the living snot out of me when it while I'm waiting for that rebuild. I'm also got a new idler pulley on the way because it has had an issue of belt chatter for a very long time. I replaced the belt tensioner, that didn't fix it, and my friend Josh had the same problem in his truck, and it was like replace the idler. So bought a new idler pulley while I was at AutoZone today. Only came out spending $30, so I was pretty excited about that. I spent a little bit too much, and Lola here is want to say hi, because she's been home by herself. This is the first time I've walked inside. So Lola's been chilling by herself. But anyway, so how it works in the oil. You do 1 ounce per quart of oil your car takes. Now, Sport Tracks take 5 gallons. So I unfortunately wasn't able to find a ounces measuring cup that wasn't one of my mom's cooking ones. So I found one of mine from my science kit. This is actually in milliliters, but I did the research, and it's 150 milliliters is 5 ounces. Well, it's 147, but I'm rounding up to 150. So let me just pour that in there real quick. We're gonna go outside. I'm gonna demonstrate what I've been hearing. I'll point out the belt chatter because it's gonna be very, very easy to notice. And yeah, let's go ahead and let me get measured out, and we'll go right back outside. All right, so we're back outside. We've got 150 milliliters of Seafoam measured out. And I'm gonna start the truck real quick. It is warm. I'll point out the lifter tick, what the belt chatter is, and yeah, so let's go ahead and fire it up. Custom push button start. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the top right hand corner. Oh, you can really hear it right here is where it's really bad. You hear the belt chatter on this side. And a little bit of the tick on this side too. That's new. Some of it sounds like injection, but I'm not taking the chances. Guess we'll get a little bit of exhaust here. Can't wait to make that a little bit louder. I still got a set of short tube headers to install. Working on that. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna shut it off. That's the lifter tick and the belt chatter. You guys actually couldn't really hear the belt chatter too much this time, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put that oil in, or that Seafoam in, and we're gonna get like some initial stuff going on here and see if it changes anything at all within the first few seconds. And then I'm gonna come back in a couple days, so this is definitely not a Saturday upload like I wanted it to be, where I'll talk more about the changes and stuff it's made. All right, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and be putting the Seafoam in the truck. So just quite simple. Pop open the crankcase cap, put your oil in, have this blitz funnel here. Great JDM funnel. Well, not even look that bad. So pretty much, just like I said, 1 ounce per gallon or quart of oil your car takes. There we go. 5 ounces for 5 quarts. So wait a few minutes, go ahead and start it up in a minute, let it run, and we'll see if there's any immediate differences in 10 minutes. So make sure that cap's tight. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I'm going to give it a few minutes, we'll fire it up, and we'll see if we can hear any sort of audible differences between no Seafoam and with a little bit of Seafoam in it. Alright, moment of truth. Wow.
can still kind of hear it. It's definitely a lot quieter than it was. So let that run for a minute. I don't know what that sound is. That's new. So yeah, we're just gonna let it run. See if we can hear a difference later. Alright, so I'm assuming that noise it was making was like it adjusting or something like that. I don't know, it's gone now. It's smoothed out. But it sounds a little bit healthier. I think I'm hearing more injection noise now than I'm anything. There's still something down here. It's getting a little bit quieter and quieter as this thing's running. So, all in all though, everything looks good. I mean, sounds a little bit better. Oil pressure looks good. So, I mean, it really wasn't happy at first though when I first put that in there. I mean, it was, when I first started it was not happy at all, but yeah, I guess we're gonna drive it on in a few days to see what it does. Hopefully it'll clean up a little bit and it'll run better, because everyone I've seen that has run Seafoam in the oil says it runs much better later. So, well, first sound was a little bit weird and a little bit jarring. Seems to be all right now. I mean, it's not doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm not even hearing the belt chatter, which is what's strange. So maybe that wasn't belt chatter all this time. Yeah, man, there it is. I found it. It's got to get the revs high enough. But I definitely hear injection now, though. I hear the injection a lot more. And I'm probably going to use the rest of the Seafoam in the fuel anyway, just to kind of clean it out a little bit more. It's running pretty good right now. It hasn't misfired at all in like years. Not years, a year. It's probably the smoothest thing's ran in a while, so it's just that. It's not shaking as much as it used to. A lot of you guys know who've been subscribed long enough to the channel. You guys remember that this thing used to have a nasty misfire. And that was actually thanks to this cheap freaking cold air intake. And I have a Spectre filter on now, but the intake it came with was absolute garbage. And it made this thing miss like crazy. But I mean, it's idling smooth. It's weird. I'm not used to this idling this smooth though. That's like smoother than smooth. Like, it still rumbles the hood a little bit. It's running good. So yeah, we'll come back in here, look over everything one more time. That oil pressure looks good. That's what I mean that I've been watching this entire time. That like lifter checks are going on, is that oil pressure gauge. Because I'd rather not pull it, it's just a 6 and have a dead motor on me anytime soon. But yeah, it's quiet. Yeah, that's getting some real results now. Yeah, it's still there, but I think that's more injection than the lifter tick I was hearing. Yeah, I don't hear lifter tick anymore. The more I think about it, I don't hear it anymore. But that may be a placebo. So we're just gonna drive it a little while, the next couple of days. We're gonna see what it does. Hopefully it'll clear up everything that sounds bad with this motor, minus the belt chatter, which I'm working on. I've got the part to fix on the way. So, yep. Or I'm actually gonna shut it off, start it again, and we'll see if it changes the sound at all. All right, guys, it's been a few hours. I've driven it probably close to 15 miles or so with the Seafoam in it, and I think, like I was saying earlier, I think the not hearing placebo effect thing, or not hearing the lifter tick was a placebo effect. I thought I put the Seafoam in there and I assumed it was gone. I definitely was able to hear it, but anyway, I'm gonna pick up my idler pulley, so I guess we'll get a bit of a start now that it's sat for a minute. There's the belt chatter. Startup. It's definitely quieter. A lot quieter already with just 15 miles on it, but anyway, I'm gonna go run and grab this idler pulley. I'll be right back. Welcome to day 2 of the Seafoam and engine repair video. So I cranked it up this morning to go take my sister to school, and I actually did finally notice something different about the sound. I think the lifter tick is quieted down a little bit. It's still there, not gonna deny the fact, but it's still there. But it's a lot quieter than it used to be. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up a little bit, since I'm about to leave again to go get my brother and sister from school. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Yeah, see, I don't hear it. Usually I'm able to hear it because it'll echo off the key over there. But the belt chatter is all I hear, which hopefully is going to be resolved later in this video. So anyway, I'm going to get moving. I'm going to go get my brother and sister, and I'll come back to you guys tonight when we replace the idler pulley. All right, so day 4 of the Seafoam video. I'm actually filming 2 videos back to back, so yeah, we're having fun with that. So we're waiting on the drill battery charge. We're doing the backup camera install. But while we're waiting on that, we're going to do the idler pulley on the front end of the truck, which unfortunately is out in the sun and it's almost 100 degrees. Front of the engine bay and its filthiness. But of course, main thing, we got to get the intake off, which is of course extremely obtrusive to the idler pulley, which is right there. That's a factory idler pulley that's never been replaced. I actually never even showed the part that we have. So this is an AC Delco idler pulley. I'm gonna have to hold the box in a specific manner because I actually already opened it. So part number 38001, GM number 88909-582. So yeah, this is the main idler pulley for the motor, not the tensioner. They almost sold me a tensioner. I was like, I already replaced that. I think also with AC Delco. So this thing has more GM on the engine side now. But anyway, we're gonna get to doing that. It's fairly simple. You just take the belt off and swap it. Really, I don't know if the belt chatter continues what it could be. The only other option I could think is the crank pulley, because I've heard 4.0s like to have crank pulley issues. But I've talked to many people. They said the belt tensioner and the idler pulley are the main contributors to belt chatter on these 4.0s. So on the truck 4.0s at least. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. And like I said, fairly simple install. Alright, so I'm gonna do this one-handed, but that thing had so much play in it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was it. But that is a stiff brand new bearing on AC Delco pulley, so we're going to go ahead and slap that on. I'm having to use one hand because we're trying to do this without having to take the belt all the way off. And so far our plan's worked to perfection. So I just got to make sure I don't like let this loose and let the belt snap back and probably hurt down here. But yep. We're gonna tighten that 15 back up and be good to go. All right, moment of truth. Idler pulley's on. See if this works. Still there. Heard it when we started it. Hear it. I'll let it sit for a second. I'll rev it for 25 and then you'll hear it. Well, one thing's for certain, it's still there, but it is not as bad as it was. And we checked a couple other pulleys, but the sound is now like majority coming from the bottom, which only leaves one pulley left that would be causing that, and that is the crank pulley. So seems my worst fears with the crank pulley being the bad one are starting to come to fruition a little bit more. Once we warm it up a little bit, and I'm eventually going to go outside and actually try to show him, because Dad couldn't hear it at all. But anyway, I'm going to end this video off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry we couldn't get it fixed. We're still trying on that dang belt chatter, but we seem to have figured it out for the most part. It seems like there's possibly a tandem of the idler and the crank. So I'm gonna do some more research and see if my research is right on the crank pulley, and I'm gonna see how much of a pain in the butthole it's gonna be to replace that. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, updating the Seafoam, working fantastically. No more lifter tick for the most part. I can hear injection. That's all I can hear now. Lifter tick, for the most part, is gone. And I talked to Nemesis 5.0 yesterday. It's Sunday when I'm shooting this. And he gave me some options to go about if the Seafoam doesn't work out completely. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna get back to filming the review camera install, and I'll catch you guys next time.